Okay, folks, here's a quick review of the Deluxe Asgard Heimdall figure that was produced by Hasbro as part of the Thor The Mighty Avenger line of products. I got this as a trade through the Toy Arc forum with a user by the name of Trekking95, so I wanted to thank him publicly on YouTube for his quick shipment of this figure to me, and I hope we can do another trade sometime down the road. Alright, Heimdall is one of the figures from the Thor movie line that I never saw in retail stores in my area. However, I have noticed that there are two packaging variants of the figure. One has the figure's name in English, and the other has the figure's name in English and other languages. I don't think that there's a variant of the figure itself that got produced, but if there is one out there, please feel free to correct me in the comment section below. Alright, when I first got Heimdall out of the blister pack, I was initially impressed. Facially, this looks to be a good rendition of Idris Elba, the actor who played Heimdall in Thor. The costume also looks to be a good facsimile of how Heimdall appeared in Thor as well. As I examined the figure more closely, I did start noticing a lot of problems. The right shoulder and right hip joints were absolutely frozen in place, and it took quite a bit of work to get them to start functioning properly. All the other joints on the figure functioned properly, although the left hip joint felt very loose, like it was about to break apart. Other problem areas on the figure included paint application errors and chipping errors being noticeable in the right hand and many areas of the costume, including both of his legs, helmet, and left shoulder. I was also disappointed to see that the figure can't hold the included sword very well in either hand. The included Bifrost display also has a noticeable paint chip where one of the lightning bolts is inserted. Alright, the Bifrost display is an interesting concept, at least on paper. You can see that there are two holes in the front, right here, and that's where you insert the included lightning bolts. There is a small rainbow-colored figure stand on the rear of the Bifrost, which is removable. Construction-wise, it feels like it's built very solidly, although the internal spring mechanism appears to be very sensitive, and on some occasions it doesn't seem to hold the lightning bolts properly. It should also be noted that the figure can't reach out properly to mimic the sword insertion into the Bifrost, which I think that's a shame, as that's how it was pictured on the back of the packaging. So what I'll do here is pause, zoom in, and give you a closer look as to what Heimdall looks like, and then we'll take a closer look at the Bifrost display. Okay, and now let's get a look at the Bifrost. Okay. Alright, Heimdall came with 3 different accessories in addition to the Bifrost display, so let me pan down real quick and I'll show you what those are. The figure stand that I have him standing on was not included. First up, here are the 2 lightning bolts that I previously mentioned. These insert into the front of the Bifrost display to mimic a scene of transportation of Thor and his comrades to their desired destination. Next up, here is the aforementioned sword. This inserts into the base to start the quote-unquote transportation sequence. Alright, back to the figure itself. What I'll do now is a quick 360 of Heimdall, and then I'll do a quick 360 of the Bifrost display to let you see what those look like from all sides. And then I'll try to demonstrate what the Bifrost display does. So let me move this out of the way, and let's get Heimdall over here. Okay, let me move him. Let's get a look at the Bifrost. Okay, now let's try to get these lightning bolts in here. Just like this. Alright. And let's try to do the transportation sequence. Here we go. Just like that. there's that. And let's bring Heimdall back in. Okay. So overall, I was disappointed with the figure. This item, it's a good concept to mimic a Bifrost transportation scene, at least on paper. But I'll be honest, there were so many different faults that I found in this execution of the figure, with not only the figure itself, but the Bifrost display stand too. Enough so that I can't totally recommend this figure unless you're just looking to get this item for a display or a diorama purpose. In those aspects, it's good to have, but nothing beyond that. Okay, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one, and thanks again to Trekking95 for the quick shipment of this item to me. See you soon.